about now? Oh, that's better. I've been chatting for 4 minutes and you can't hear me. Ah, jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Frickin' hell. Well, it's a good. Well, maybe if there was some of you here, I would have known. Classic Simon. Classic Simon. What am I doing here? I actually need this one. And then this needs to go over here. Alright, let's freaking crack on, shall we? No sound. Cool. We have sound. I'm thirsty and I'm hungry, and no one's here anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but I will be back. What's up? Still no one here. That's what it is. It's my sustenance. Fat boy brownies. Alright.
Where it begins in the garage. So locked. It's just no on the car, so I can pull it out. Now these here tell me it's fully charged. I am using the emergency charger, which I do not recommend. That sucker will take 31 hours to charge the car. Now I can't get to the car, so I'm going to use its party trick to get it out, but I will unlock it, and that will show in a minute Now this actually unveils one of the problems which I'll talk about later. We're going to load up the car to go get some pies, but whilst this advertises a big boot, it's not high whatsoever. So I'll move these big old cables to the side, move the snacks to the side, chuck that in. So that's my camera bag, it's almost at the top. So when this advertises big boot, big boot, range, which advertised 420 kilometers, is currently showing 322. Now I will do the caveat that I've been thoroughly enjoying this car. So I'm getting 20 kilowatt hours to 100, and you're supposed to get around like 10 or something. And I'm pretty sure that works it out by driving style, but obviously 320 as opposed to 420 is a very, very big difference. But we'll talk about that later on. Time to go get some pies. Record button's just there, red circle.
Yeah.
And then it will highlight in red, and it'll say recording down there.
B-roll. These are all talking bits. Speaking. B-roll. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Boys and girls, humans of the world, don't forget to stay hydrated. That sensor spot's quite annoying, isn't it? B-roll. More B-roll. Label. B-roll. Oh no, that's gonna get me demonetized. Oh. Bugger. What do you mean demonetized? There is no monetization on these videos, but don't want a copyright strike. Bugger! How am I going to do this? We're mute. Sorry, kids. I can't get... Can't get a copyright strike. I'll turn this audio back on when we're out of the car. Yeah, breatho, boys. B-roll. B-roll. Sensor spots are very annoying. Yeah, well. I'm an amateur YouTuber, so it's okay. Petrol station, don't need that where we're going. I'm hilarious. B, I need, this one might need car audio video just because I need to... Ooh. Keep a safe distance, people. B-roll. I went for the... Oh, so funny. I don't know if anyone can actually see what's going on there, but I actually went for the I actually went for the wrong door handle. Oh, so good. So good. Good, yeah. The vocabulary of the average person consists of 5,000 to 6,000 words. Okay. Okay. B-roll. I need to advertise the stream on my Instagram. Is anyone here? No. That's okay. It is what it is. Just doing an Instagram post. Oh, there's no one here, so it's actually okay. But if you're watching this in the future, you know what I mean? Anyway, watching an Instagram post. Creating an Instagram post. I cannot talk today. Automotive Studio, live. Where is where is the current one? Why can't I find the current one? Hold on a minute. Oh, I've got it. Share, copy link, Instagram. Alright, done. Done. We may continue. We may continue. This is me trying to. Oh, I can unmute it now. I don't know if this is the. It was hot this day.
Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to a special episode of Joy Drive. You join me today with the car that is currently rolling into shot, or not.
This is when I learned that you have to be within a certain distance of the car to make this
I think you
work.
have to be really close to it.
So let's try this. I literally have to walk it into shot. Literally have to walk it into shot.
Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to a friggin' hot day in Perth. And you join me at Pinjara Bakery for Australia's best pies. Now, rolling in behind me is the Ioniq 5 by the remote. Now, this journey actually started earlier today.
Why is the audio so peaky? The audio is very peaky, isn't it? Where's the audio gone? Oh, is this when I realised that there was no audio and I had to re-record all of it? Yeah.
God, that's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking that this is the similar...
Oh, why is the audio peaking? Oh. So annoying. Fuck. I am going to eat a biscuit brownie to drown my sorrows. Quite good, by the way. Fat Boy Brownies. Where's our logo? in Perth. Bloody good. Caleb's here for the hanging. Like, hang you? Nah, you're cool, I'd like you. We can keep you. Don't mind me just eating on live stream. You were there when I purchased this. Isn't that exciting?
Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking that this is the similar size to a Kona. It most definitely is not.
A review in 10 words. Juicy and delicious, flavoursome, but not overpowering. Would recommend. There you go. Have it in 9. Wasn't faithful. It's bloody delicious. Bloody delicious day.
3.8 meters long and 1.8. No, is it 3.8 or 3.6? To the bottom of the page.
Huh. Wow, this is really good.
It's 4.6 by 1.8.
3.6.
4.6 by 1.8.
Oh, fuck, I got it well wrong. Oh, that's alright, just leave it on then. Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking that this is a similar size to the Kona. It most definitely is not. 4.6 meters
I'm good, man.
long, 1.8 meters wide, and the wheelbase is 3 meters, which is essentially the same as a Palisade.
Yeah.
You know, the set.
You don't know the unit of measurement because your measurements don't usually go that high.
In seater, and is a very similar size to an Evoque. Now, on the side, whilst we're here, there's a couple of things we need to talk about. One is I understand why they have to do this for range, even though the range is a complete lie in this thing. But there must be a better way to design wheels for economy, right?
I've got something you can borrow, bud.
Tesla, but you've gone a bit far this way. However, what I do love is this line here is an exact design cue of what you see on the i30 sedan N line, if you have seen that video. Now, these handles here, if I lock them, they go away, so they're nice and smooth, and you can also touch that, which will unlock and bring them back out again. Of course, everything is do by the key.
How do you know?
That didn't flow very well.
Just saying.
Didn't flow very well. You can do by the key.
On the agenda tonight is editing this Ioniq 5 video. The hope is to get it out for tomorrow. That's the hope. We'll see if we make that happen though.
And what else you can do by the remote is open the charging port. Now, this reveals the elephant in the room, I guess you could call it. Now, as you saw earlier, the advertised range of 420 kilometers, when I got in this thing, it was 100% charged, and it only had 330 kilometers, or whatever it said earlier on in the video. Now, we live in a country which is hot a lot. It's 37 today, so you're essentially using aircon 8 months of the year. Now, obviously, no matter what electrical draw you use will affect that range. Now, is it right to advertise it's 420 kilometres when I have never seen 420 kilometres? Now, could it also be, I also accept that it might be that I've had to charge it from my emergency charger, because obviously I don't have a charging port at home, which may also be affecting the range, because if, like 20, 30 kilometres I can understand,
What do you mean, how old is the video?
100-kilometre difference, that's a big amount, and that is a huge issue for people. Even if you want this as a second car, that is a very big problem in a country and state as big as Western Australia.
What do you mean? Oh, 37 degrees. It's very hot. Look, I'm very behind on videos. I will not lie. This video was filmed, I can tell you, was filmed in January. So a long time ago. I will make no excuses. I am behind on videos. Yeah. Yep. I'm behind on videos.
Now, its saving grace is this sucker. Now, this is obviously the portable device. Now, this obviously plugs in there like that, and then you plug it into the wall. Now, this sucker is actually built on an 800 volt architecture. Now, Teslas in the older generations of EVs are actually built on 400 volt architecture. Now, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, are probably like, Simon, what the fuck does that mean? So, this car,
I swore!
with a DC charger, now when I say DC charger, it has to be around 350 kilowatt hours, which is absolutely insane, and in reality there isn't any in WA just yet. However, even at 250 kilowatts, it's still impressive. So, at 350 kilowatts an hour, this thing will charge from 10% to 80% in 18 minutes. 18 minutes. You can literally pop in, get a drink, have a bit of a snack, come out, and you've got 80% charge, which is absolutely bonkers. Now, even if you don't have the fast charger, it will charge from 10% to 80% in around 60 minutes. And at home, the home charger is obviously a little bit slower. They take 6 hours to go.
This is what I have to do in every video, by the way. I literally have to listen to myself jabber on to see when to cut and do all that bullshit.
Fast charger, you actually can get 100 kilometers range. So if you don't have time to literally hang around for 20 minutes to get your 80%, within 5 minutes you can get another 100 Ks. And that is one of its saving graces to the range issue. Now, in the boot, an optional extra, now I do want to stress that it is an optional extra, I just have it because I don't want to sell the car. This sucker looks very different to your normal plug. So what this does is you plug this in here, like that, and you're probably thinking, Simon, that looks freaking ridiculous. So in here
Bet you're thinking that.
is a plug. So I can plug a charger, microwave, kettle, fridge, beer fridge, because we're in Australia, and power devices from this car. Now, more EVs, oh, it won't let me release it, I'll do it in a minute. Now, more EVs need this in Australia. This is super, super cool. Now, obviously, the Ford Lightnings and the Rivians of the world that are coming in a couple of years, they have that feature, and in actual fact, you can power your house from it, which is mind-blowing. But this, super cool.
He's such a dick.
Super cool.
You're ridiculous. Ridiculously good looking.
Now, it's so... Now, it's...
Ridiculously good looking. And the size shouldn't matter for what hoodie you wear. Good sir.
And the other thing this key controls is the charging door. Now, this opens for a home charger, which is factoring an extra $2,000 for someone to come and install it. Now, Hyundai do actually have installers that they can recommend, etc. That will take 6 hours to charge from 0 to 100.
I did a few takes of this, so I actually need to work out which one I do.
Now, I've just gone to the boot to get this optional accessory. I do want to stress this is optional, but actually super useful. So I can't remember the name, V2L, which is vehicle to load. Need to come up with a better name, Hyundai. Now, however, put the name aside, you plug this in here. Now that's actually locked in there, so you can't actually, well, it's when I lock the car, it's now locked in there, right? So, probably thinking, that's a funny looking plug. Inside the car, it gets cheaper. This car will start charging. And how much electricity bill? For that, if you're going to charge it overnight. So if you enter in a destination into the car, you can actually set a time for when this car will start charging. And help on those electricity bills. And help those road trips where you can use that feature.
I did a lot of takes for
That'll
this.
flow better.
I said it didn't flow right, but we will... I'll be the judge of that.
And before I get into the pricing and its competitors, whilst we're at the front, I love this design. The active aero I talked about earlier is all this stuff down here. The headlights here with low rectangles, the top cut off, freaking stunning, a super bold design choice. This here is the daytime running lights, which of course you've seen in my beautiful cinematics. Now,
You will see it in my
talking of
cinematics.
It's price, because all that comes at one. Now, what you have to bear in mind is that the competitors are the Model Y, the Model 3, and the Jaguar E-Pace thingo, which, do you remember that? Because I don't. So this is about 75 grand plus on-roads. Now the only problem with this is it's actually sold out. There's a wait list because this thing has actually been so popular. A, because of the design, and B, because of the range.
What about the
range
video? Is the
I've
video
already
interesting?
touched on.
Am I
Kind of
interesting?
important. What about the end?
It's me getting frustrated at myself. Look at me doing stretches.
I got this. I got this.
What am
I got this. Now, before we talk about price, whilst on the front, we have to talk about the design. The aero I mentioned earlier is the bottom of the front bumper. These headlights, I personally think are absolutely stunning. Maybe it's because I'm from an older generation, who knows, but these rectangle headlights with their top chopped off, freaking stunning. This daytime running light just here is absolutely beautiful, and I love the rest of the shape as well, as you saw earlier in the video. Now, all that does come at a price. Now, before I get into price, you have to remember that its competitors are the Model Y, the Model 3, and the Jaguar E-Pace, the one that everyone forgot about. This is 75 grand on road. Now, the caveat to that is that there's actually a big old waiting list for this. So the 2022 shipment has sold out, so you're not actually going to get one until next year. Chip business, supplier business, you know the deal, I don't have to explain it to you. Now, 75 grand might seem like a lot plus on roads, but don't forget, servicing $220 a year for the first 3 years. The fourth year, because they have to do something with the electric motors, is 800. The one after that, 220 bucks, etc. Just let that sink in for a minute. 220 bucks. I can barely service my Civic for 220 bucks a year myself. Just let that sink in for just a minute. And finally, one of the most exciting pieces of information about this particular car is that in 2024, there is going to be an N version. Now, whether that's going to be an N line or an N doesn't really matter, because the N line is still a fantastic addition to the range. If this, however, comes out as an N, like the i30N DCT that I drove, this thing is going to be freaking insane.
Which is now being confirmed as well. Oh, not car audio. You can't see what I'm doing right now because it's on a different screen.
So let's talk the Ioniq 5. So let's talk the Ioniq 5. 225 kilowatts, 605 Newton meters of torque, sent to all four wheels via two motors. Now, advertised 0 to 100 is 5.3 seconds. Now, considering that this thing weighs 2.1 ton, GVN is 2.5, and that 0 to 100 is 100% true, is absolutely mind-blowing. Was that everything?
I'm so useless at YouTube. What am I doing? I'm so useless at YouTube. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Need to work my audio.
Oh, I miss summer days.
Now, touching what I think is actually an absolutely stunning design. Interestingly, you'll notice there's no rear wiper at the back because, of course, this has all about...
Got it wrong, didn't I?
And we have to talk about the design and in particular the aero considerations that have been done with this car. This beautiful spoiler funneling air down the back window, which has no rear wiper, to keep aero interferences down to a minimum. Now, interestingly, the design I actually really love. You can see here these square lights just here.
Alright, take number 3. Ah, Jesus.
Now we have to talk about the design. Now we have to talk about the design and in particular the aero. Now this spoiler here has a nice little funnel down with a rear window which has no rear wiper, so there's no aero obstructions. We'll talk about the wheels in just a bit. The design I personally love. You have these square rectangular LED lights just here, and this Ioniq badge is lifted out. I can't remember the wording for it, but you'll see in the cinematics how absolutely stunning it is. The indicator is just below here, and then also the reverse lights are also just here as well, and the brake lights in the middle. Absolutely stunning car, and I can't remember what else I was supposed to talk about. The boot, the towing, and the warranty.
Oh, mate. I need to do a video of just outtakes. Like, it's just...
Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning car, and I can't remember what else I was supposed to talk about. The boot.
Ah, jeez.
Now, in this beautiful setting, we have to talk about this beautiful design. To me, I love it. It's very 1980s retro brick gaming console style with these square LEDs forming these rectangular lights. The indicators are below, the reverse lights are just here, and the brake lights in the middle. Personally, I absolutely love
This is basically what editing videos is like. This is why it takes so long.
The aero. So this spoiler here is actually a really stunning spoiler. Nice little scoop down here, which goes down to a completely flat back window with no rear wiper. So there's less obstructions for the aerodynamics. Now, talking of aerodynamics, we have the boot here. Now, I've already talked about the boot and how I'm not a particularly huge fan of it, but we'll have a look. So you can kind of see there it's not particularly big, but I've already talked about it, so I'm not going to keep talking about it. Now, this car actually tow, there's some towing features you can fit there What it can tow is not a huge amount. Obviously, the GVM isn't huge, and the rear axle towing isn't huge. The towable capacity is, I think, 100 kilos from memory. But if you wanted to tow, you can tow. The torque is hell, so you can do that. And this, of course, is backed by a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty, which on top of those $220 yearly services is an absolutely fantastic selling piece.
This video is going to take me hours to do. There are so many takes. What am I doing here?
Okay.
What am I doing? I'm just talking to myself.
Okay. Time to take it for a drive.
This is me reading my notes.
And the AC, let's do that, and then we'll do the cinematics. Oh, bugger.
What?
I forgot to turn the screen around. Am I in shot good?
My beautiful assistant helping me out.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Hold on, let me. I just turn it.
Yeah, just make sure the cord doesn't go in front of the lens when you turn it. So yeah, go that way. Yep.
And I can just.
Yep, just push it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay.
What am I doing?
Okay.
You ready?
I think I should be already recording, I think.
Oh, you are. Yes.
What am I doing?
So it's finally time to drive it, but first it's recharging party piece. So you come up to a charging port, you're like, all right, I need to charge for argument's sake an hour, right? You go do some shopping, you come back and you're like, all right, it's time to chill. Oh, the car needs to be on.
So... Oh dear.
Lord God,
What?
Stop! Stop! Off! Stop!
What am I doing? Oh, jeez Louise. Engine gearbox. This has an engine and a gearbox. Why the monkeys? What is the problem with monkeys? Why can't it be like kills? I don't know, hippies. Not nah, hippies are okay. Kills the Gretas of the world.
So it's finally time to drive it, but first, its other party piece. You come up to your charging port, you're like, oh, I've got to chill, sit around for an hour. What on earth could I do? So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in relaxation mode. Now, bear in mind, I'm not touching anything here. You can also see that my legs come up. So now out of shot, I'm now reclined position, leg supports coming up, and I can have a little nap. Now you're probably thinking, oh, that armrest looks really far away. You'd be correct. Just like that, you can chill out. And not forgetting, I can open this roof and look up into the stars, or right now it's daytime, so looking up into some trees. When you're done charging, press the button, and you come back to reality, and off you go. Now, one of the other things I want to mention before we get cracking is that I had the range is super bad. Now, if you turn the aircon off, it does actually add an extra 60 kilometers of range, which is absolutely mind-blowing. There is also driver-only aircon, which does give you back around about another 20 kilometers, 30-kilometer range. Because the aircon does the whole car, not just the front two passengers. Yes, there is aircon in the back. So, less sitting around and talking, let's drive this sucker.
This is gonna be a long video. Oh my god, I'm not even halfway through the footage yet. Is this the cinematics? Yeah. So, all of these are cinematics. So we won't go through all of these. I'll just do talking bits for now. Still cinematics? Yep. How about now? Yeah. Well, this one's a bit long. Oh, that's why. 21 seconds. What's this one? More cinematics. More 32 seconds. This is still cinematics. Yes. My lovely hand model. And then this is talking again. Yes, okay. So you can't see what I'm doing right now. This is off screen. So basically these are all the clips. I'm just trying to categorize them. So this is all B-roll. And then we come into there's more talking here, I believe.
Alright, so we've got to an RAC Charge Fox. Now these are the ones which in theory you should be able to charge it pretty damn quickly. So on your app, on the phone, download the Charge Fox app. I've literally just signed up while I've been stood here. It's took me all of 30 seconds. You then pick what one you want. There's both here. You've got Type 2 and the older generation as well for the Teslas. Now because this is a DC, which is this sucker down here, we open this up, plug this in, it beeps, and then I hit start on the app. Now it says prepare your charging session. So it's charging my car. It's 45 cents per kilowatt hour. So obviously this is a 75 kilowatt hour battery. You can do the maths. So what we're going to do is we're going to let that charge for a little bit. So charging a car. Alright, so charging now. So we'll have a look, and it's saying that it's going to be 38 minutes to 100%, and it's currently at 70%, and it's currently charging at 49 kilowatt hours, which is on the...
Kind of. I write a script. So this is so for example, this is the garage one, right? So I've got like all my different scenes down here, and what I'm saying, and then for example, I actually need this for I actually need my script for this one. So yeah, this is the Ioniq 5, right? So this is all stats on the car. So this is everything that at some point I would like to talk about in the video. So we've got stuff like here the length, similar range, weight, GVM, what tires are on it, kilowatts, DC, AC charging, all that jazz. And then here you've got like intro at the bakery. Then we're doing that. Then we're jumping back to the garage, B-roll, front quarter, side on, charging port, hold the cable in, front, and then yeah, so then the drive, and then the outro. So that's how I kind of plan them out. If you don't do this, the video is absolute shit show. The only problem is you can't plan out how it dries, right? Because you kind of feel that as you go, especially if it's a short review. If it's a longer review, you can actually plan out things that you need to say. So like in here, I've said that the lane keeper's bad, the iDriver's good, lots of space. The 8-speaker Bose system leaves wanting more. You get the idea. I've just taken like high level notes to just discussion points, basically. So yeah, Sticky's photography, message retracted. Interesting. So yeah, that's how I plan the videos. So like what I just showed to the people that were here, it was all out of order because it doesn't matter in what order I film it because I have the notes here and I know that I've just transitioned from that scene and I'm transitioning to the next scene. Yeah, that's how I film my videos. Sometimes anyway. If I have the time to plan them, then that's what I do. A bit of inside information there.
Slower scales is what you would get at home. Now from my one that I plug in the wall, that is 2 kilowatt hours I think. You can see the difference. So we'll leave this charging now and I can see how much it's charging, how much percent the thing has got. So I can go off, go do whatever I want, come back when it's ready. And then no one can pull this out either. So if I now lock the car with this key which I can't find, do that. So now it's locked. No one's pulling that out now. You can go off and do your thing.
Oh, that's all good, man. I don't expect people to remember when I'm streaming and shit. If people come, they come. If they don't, it is what it is. Hey CJ, do you recognise this, mate? It's your home hood. Your home hood. This is more B-roll. Again, you can't see this on the other screen, but I am doing things. More talking. I think this is the drive review. 6171. Nan drive. Yeah, boy. I think this is when I put it in drive and it didn't actually drive. Like I broke it. I think. I can't remember. To be fair, I filmed this in January. It's a long time ago. What am I doing here?
So we
Left onto Mandura Terrace and then take the 3rd exit at the roundabout.
Mandura Terrace.
For 10 minutes.
yeah, I don't know how to do that.
This is me stressing out
Take
because
the 3rd exit.
I've now left the review too long and I'm now filming it in the dark.
Oh, it's here.
Take the 3rd exit.
I think I actually refilmed this. No, is the answer to that question.
Yeah.
That could be deleted. What's this one?
So we just finished charging. As you can tell, it's dark. I'm a professional YouTuber, I am. So that charge cost me $6, which is not the cheapest thing in the world, but I now do have 88%, and earlier I had 70 something, maybe late 60%. So, and that was a 50 kilowatt charger. So when we get up to the big boy chargers, the 250s, the 350s of the world, that this platform can do in 18 minutes, fantastic. But right now, that's the level you're at, where 60 minutes is a full charge. So when they say 18 minutes, just bear that in mind. Right, to the drive. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet. Number one, this is not a sports car. Yes,
Short and sweet, but it's a
goes
7-minute clip.
freaking-
Good one, Simon.
It's freaking hard. We'll never take that away from this car, but it's not a sports car. That's just a byproduct of EV cars in general. Almost any EV car will do that. The Kona Electric I had did that. Yes, it teetered off a lot sooner than this one does. But electric cars have the luxury of just being absolutely incredible off the line, especially this all-wheel drive one. When you floor it from a standstill in sport mode, my goodness. Sport mode. It's 3 modes: normal, eco, and sport. Sport changes the brakes, the steering, and the throttle control. That's it. There's no dampeners or anything because, again, it's not a sports car. This is your family's second car that you use to cruise around in and not go to racetracks. Now, cruise around in, you will do, because my God, this thing is comfortable. Now, a few journalists have said that it's essentially too comfortable. Now, this hasn't been adjusted for Australian roads, which might be why the way that it is. Now, usually what would happen is that these cars would be a lot firmer, but to be honest, I don't care. Like, this is a second car, it's your everyday, your daily car, so that really doesn't matter to me. You also have one pedal driving, which helps with that. Now, one pedal driving is you've got these flappy paddles, there's no gears, obviously, so this essentially changes.
You're basically getting a
the
sneak
braking,
peek of the video on the main jaw drive,
So,
aren't you?
at the moment, I'm in level 3, so I'll accelerate, come off, and my brake lights will come on, and then the car slows down. Now, I can actually change that to iDrive, and when I come off the pedal, again, my brake lights will come on, and I will come to a complete stop, and you will never have to touch the brake pedal. I can also turn it all the way to coast, which means that I can come off the pedal and there's no regenerative braking. However, in level 0, if I brake, you're still not regenning, which is an interesting way to set that setting, but it is what it is. The other thing that helps the comfort in here is your 8-speaker Bose system. Now, I'm not gonna lie, if I was Bose, I would be a little bit upset that my name's against the speaker system. I'm a bit of an audiophile. I appreciate good music. Should this be a Bose 8-speaker system? Probably not. It sounds really nothing spectacular. There is a bass box in the boot as well, which you can see when you open up the cover.
Dude, it's so weird. Like, it takes getting used to. And the the problem that I found is that because I've driven a few electric cars now, is that it's not necessarily me that has to adjust. It's other people, because you're a lot more slow to react because you're doing one pedal. I don't know, like when you're coming up to a traffic light, for argument's sake, you kind of, because you're braking a lot earlier because you're not actually braking. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, one pedal driving is it is odd. I'm unsure if I like it or not. In a daily, like in a traffic jam, for example, would be sick. But yeah, it's an interesting thing that electric cars have.
Ah, you good? So we're in sport mode. We're going to pin it. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's like me leaning back. That's not me putting on a show. It pins you.
If it starts one pedal driving, please pull over, turn the engine off, and get the fuck out of there.
In 5.3 seconds is absolutely bonkers. Now, obviously, it does affect your range just a little bit. So in sport mode, my range was 288 kilometers. I've just changed it to eco, and it's changed it to 306 range. Now, I've mentioned a couple of times in this video that the range is not quite as advertised, which is true. However, it is because of the aircon. So if I have the EV menu up, you can actually see how much more range you get from turning off the aircon. However, we live in Australia. It's friggin' hot all the time.
You arrived, so whether you're late or not isn't really an issue. You came, you saw, you conquered. So I appreciate you. I've been going over an hour now. We're basically just pre-watching this video, which will go on the Joy Drive channel at some point. I don't think I'm going to make it for tomorrow. It's a far bigger video than I thought it was, than I remember it being. It's just a review on the Ioniq 5. FYI.
9 months of the year, you need aircon. So 420 kilometers, take that with a little bit of a pinch of salt. There's a driver-only option for aircon, which does give you a little bit more. We're talking like 20, 30 k's more, because the rear seats do have air conditioning, and the rear seats are also heated as well. But obviously, that takes everything away from the battery.
6 viewers. When did you all arrive? Am I still talking? This is basically just what I do when I edit videos. Nah, this is like the editing videos is done in like stages. So I go through and I cut the clips and I delete them and organize, blah blah blah, and then I put them on the timeline and then I start editing. This is essentially the boring bit. Realistically, I should be streaming this, but
finally, we are.
But I need to edit the
on a freeway.
The video.
In adaptive cruise control.
Well, it's gone down to 4 now, so you're shit if it's 5.
Steering wheel lane keep assist on, but I've said this about other Hyundais. Hyundai just have not got it right. If I turn it on, rather than keeping in the middle of the lane, it literally goes from left to right. It goes from the left-hand lane to left-hand line to the right-hand line. The Genesis G80 did an absolutely fantastic job.
He's definitely joking. Sticky's definitely joking.
Genesis, put it in this.
Oh, okay, I get you. Yeah. The FBI were catching on, right?
Press the OK button.
I feel you.
Steering wheel, and it will waft you off again. And waft is the right word. The tyres on here are specific EV tyres. They have sound dampening in the
One
inside
account.
of the tyre. You do hear a little bit of road noise, but because you literally hear nothing, there's literally nothing. Like if I quiet, nothing. No engine noise, no nothing. Like you hear a slight hum when you floor it. So hearing road noise is kind of to be expected, in my opinion, in a 75 grand mid-level crossover, I guess you would call this. The seats are comfortable. I really enjoy the steering wheel, super comfortable. This one-spoke design isn't quite as aggressive as the Genesis. Genesis are really... Really? Who's calling me?
I forgot that happened. Oh, wow. Okay, I can't remember who called me. Maybe I'll say in this clip.
Thanks, Mum. I will call you back, Mum. So we're just putting on for the... Thanks, Mum.
That was my mum.
I will call you back, Mum. So we're just putting on for the freeway now. And the steering wheel, as I was saying, thanks, Mum. Genesis really owned that single spoke design. This is way more subtle, and the flat bottom is a...
I'm just calling in regards to your car's extended warranty. I've been trying for some time. You know what's funny about this? My mum actually doesn't work at Microsoft, so she could have actually said that and it would have been legit.
Really, really subtle touch. The interior feels really nice. There's really soft touch plastics everywhere. All the electrics are nice. My only complaint, I guess, from the interior is that some of the climate controls are hidden away on the touchscreen. So like the heated and cooled seats are behind another screen, which is kind of a bit annoying. Really enjoy the fact that there's a tactile
5 viewers.
visible.
Who else is here?
The amount of cars now which have that in the touchscreen, infuriating. I can open this, look at the stars as I'm driving, well not as I'm driving, because that's illegal, don't do that, guys and girls. But overall, I super enjoy this. The gear selector, which a few people have had a sad about, I love it. It's I think it's a good spot. I did keep hitting it to indicate at the beginning, but you get used to it in like a day. It's absolutely fine. And on that note, that is the drive of this car. Fantastic. It's not a sports car. It is a bit soft. It is ridiculously fast. Build quality is absolutely wonderful. The infotainment systems are good. They're responsive. The charging system is really good and will only get better as well. So from a driving point of view, freaking beautiful.
Whoa, 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 what's happening here?
Freaking beautiful.
Alright. Have I not done an outro? Oh, using the garage. Yeah.
Ready?
Using the garage.
Just keep going.
Tell me to keep going.
This is more B-roll. Oh. I don't think I've done an outro. Where was my outro? Or was that the outro? Huh. 7? Who else is here? Oh, it drops back down to 5. I don't understand why that keeps happening. I wonder if people are like clicking it from my Instagram story and they're like, no, screw this guy. I don't care what he's streaming. Okay, so let's lay out this audio, shall we?
Good morning, good afternoon.
Let's lay out the audio. Wise.
Now you'd be forgiven for thinking this is a similar size to the Kona. It most definitely is not. 4.6.
So that's the side on. So, this is the different charging port videos. So there's that one, then there's that one, then there's that one, and that one. So they're the two options. Where's the front on? Front on is front on is first. So that's here. And the rear on.
So let's talk the Ioniq 5.
I don't think I did an outro. I don't think I did an outro. So that's the front, that's the quarter, that's this, then the front quarter, rear is after all of that. Come on, Premiere. Oh, whatever. Screw you, Premiere Pro. What about this one? That's the inside. So that's the inside. All good. I appreciate you coming. It's basically just me editing. Just basically just using it as It's completely silent. I don't understand why I've I don't understand why I didn't do an outro. Yeah, that's right. I can't believe I forgot to do an outro. Unless the outro is supposed to be this.
And on that note, that is the drive of this car. Fantastic. And it's not a sports car. And it is a bit soft. It is ridiculously. We've had a sad about. I love it. I think it's a good sport. I did keep hitting it to indicate at the beginning, but you get used to it in like a day. It's absolutely fine. And on that note,
That can't be the intro. Why have I not done an outro? So these are the.
where it begins in the garage.
So this is the. Alright, so that goes there. I don't need that. I need that because it's backing out of the garage by remote. It's freaking sick.
Which advertised 420 kilometers is currently showing 322. Now I will do the caveat that I have been thoroughly enjoying this.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so I didn't do the outro. Right. How did I... How have I done that? Shit. Right, this makes things a little bit more interesting. Shit. Have I done the outro somewhere else and I've like... where is the Ionic stuff? So stop. Edits. Nope, wrong folder. Source. Ionic 5. Ah, bugger. I did not do an outro. Unless I had filmed one in the garage without realising. There are none, which is crazy. They all sold. They are all sold. I mean, I could film it in the garage, like... I can't believe I didn't film an outro. Oh, that's so bad. Yeah, I guess so. Like, that's what I'm thinking is I just say the car's now departed us. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it's... You know I speak honestly about the cars, man. So if you've built a shitter, I will tell the people that you have built a shitter. I know you haven't, but you know what I mean. An EV-shaped hole. The problem is it didn't. It's a lovely car, but EV conversion on the Civic. It was just so frustrating. Like, it said 420 kilometer range. I get in, you can see it's 100%, but it says 320 kilometers. Yeah, that's what it is. And this isn't the first time I've forgotten to film. Please refer to George Drive's Instagram as an example of how Caleb cannot park. That's actually quite a good idea. Tim is a fully fledged race car driver. Me, on the other hand, I'm not. I need to think of something. It's probably not a bad idea, actually, Tim. But it's now dark out. Red Rocket. Good old 86. The garage actually makes a freaking cool studio. Look at that. Woo! Yeah! What a sweet shot. That's actually really frustrated me. Man, I love this garage. The shots just look so cool. I could just use these as the cinematics. Oh, look at that front end. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. We'll stabilize in post. Don't get me wrong, it's a lovely car. It's just the range isn't all it's cracked up to be. Imagine if I had the lights at this point. Like the my. No, don't get me a copyright strike. There's music in the background there. What do I do here? I really need to release a video tomorrow because I've now skipped. That would mean I've skipped 2 weeks, and that's really poor form. I can't just release 3 videos and then all of a sudden skip 2 weeks. But realistically, it doesn't matter, right? Like, my audience would prefer me to do a good job rather than just a rush job. Dude, they're so cool. I haven't charged them yet, actually. Here they are. Always keep your gear charged, just in case you get a last minute opportunity to shoot something. I think the little ones had no charge whatsoever from memory. Alright. Bit of ambiance, bit of nice red. You know, how we roll. Yeah, boy. Yeah, they're really cool. I'm a big fan. The track on Saturday. Ooh, that looks odd. Let's change the colour. Have a nice purple. It was wet. Yes, very wet. Yep. Man, my desk right now is so cool. But yeah, I need to charge them, so just need to charge. The big boys, these are dead, I think. Oh no. I don't actually know how to use these. If I'm honest with you. $62% charge, not bad. Yeah, I think so. Do a bit of ambiance behind me. Should we have a look? Should we have a look at the photos? Would you like to have a look? Let's turn these off. All right. Let's have a look at the photos, shall we? Let's can this. This isn't going to get done tonight, so let's just accept that and move on from the situation. Let's have a look at the photos I got. Give it a minute to load. These are all I got. Oh, excuse me. So they're not fantastic. Not gonna lie. That one's kind of okay. Yeah, I'm a fair distance away, obviously. Oh, I have now crashed my laptop. Righto. There you go. Like they're probably usable. They're not perfect, but hard tuned leggings. What? No. I love this one. He's like, ooh, and then he's like, ah. And then these are the infinite ones. Again, not great. It was just so wet. Like, look at this. Where is it? I got, yeah, just so moist. Moist. The Hex Contour leggings in plum purple. What are you talking about? Pay to see. Are you drunk? Are you drunk, Sea Dog? See? This is my 150 to 600, and you can see that this is full big boy zoom. 600mm at 1/100. Yes, I know the brand Hard Tuned, yes. I know they make leggings, yes, but where did that come from? No, it's not. It wasn't funny to begin with, and that it's not funny now. It wasn't funny at the start, which means it's still not funny at the end. You get what I'm putting down? You get what I'm putting down? Yep. Yep, cool. Yes, this is my 600 on full zoom boy from that hill. I think this is full zoom as well. Yes. He's laughing at you, Caleb. 600 full zoom boy. Might be able to, well, let's edit one of these. I don't think any of these photos are any good, so I'm not hugely stoked on them, but we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, it's the Sigma Sport. So the Sigma Sport does actually come in. It's literally the exact same lens across all the different fitments. Oh, it's actually just right here. This is it here. 150 to 600, 5 to 6.3. So yeah, at 600 it's 6.3. Yeah, she's a big boy. Weighs a ton, which is why I've got the monopod. The purple background's kind of cool, isn't it? What was I saying? I need to get rid of this. It's reverse. It's really confusing. I need to get rid of the cabinet. That one. That cabinet. This one just here. Just there. This one. Long-term plans is to have there's a background here eventually. If my streams actually go anywhere, which right now they're not. But anyway, back. Should we just go like full send on this? Edit. Because I don't like the photos, so... I don't like the photo. Clarity 100, saturation 100. There you go. Look at that. Yeah, fully sick. D Hayes. So bad. To go full North Borders, you would do something like probably something like that, maybe. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could do. You absolutely could. Auto. I don't know. I just really don't like this photo. I don't know what it is about this photo, but I just can't get on with it. I don't know why. It would probably be better if there was no grass there. But then everyone's going to know that this is not a... that I've edited this photo. Let's just move this up a little bit. Probably need to straighten it too. Alright. Yes, as a track car as well. Going full send in a track car. Track car Lexus. I mean, you could go a little bit. So if you go like a bit blue. Maybe this photo needs to be like moody. Maybe. Oh, I've already selected the subject. Interesting. What do I do with this photo? I mean, you're right, Tim. Like, it could be a cool photo. I think there's a better one actually. There's one where he's like showing him. Yeah, that one. Which is kind of cool. He's like, hit the apex! If Ducky says hit the apex, hit the apex! What do I do here? This is me just quietly trying to work out what on earth I do with this photo. I mean, I can like mess around with the... Interesting. 5 people. Who else has joined? Oh, unless that's just adjusted. I think I think this number here is just delayed a little bit. Hmm. I don't know what to do. Let's see if removing these will help at all. Oh, a little bit. Six people. Whoa. Nearly up to our record. I think our record is 10. Back down to 4. Nice. Nice. Alright, creators, what do you reckon? How do you think I should edit this photo? I think I do need to. I will eventually think I get rid of the grass at the top. I think I need to. I'm going to drop the dehaze a little bit. The blacks need to. I think the mid-tones need to. The mid-tones need to come down a little bit. Like that. Noise reduction a little bit. ISO 500, there shouldn't be any noise. I think it might be rain. No, it is a bit noisy, isn't it? To be fair, it's out of focus as well, because I'm shooting at 1/100th with a car coming towards me. Which is not how you get a clear photo. Should probably mess around with these. Probably just drop the midtones still a bit more. This is when, like, I'm good at editing like a normal clear photo, but like to try and get a little bit creative is when I start to struggle a little bit. Like changing colors and shit, like changing the hues of things, like the blue to a purple. Because you can do like, so for example, if I knock that to like a purple, but then pull the saturation out. You know what I mean? Anyway. By the way, if you double click on a value, it resets it. Don't know if anyone knows that. Or if you hold Alt on your keyboard, you can reset the entire section. Again, I don't know if anyone knows that, but now you do. Maybe it's the blue I'm not a fan of. Nope. I have no idea how to edit this photo. Oh, jeez Louise. Just talk amongst yourselves. Probably just end the stream, really, shouldn't I? No one's really here anymore. Not really as successful as I wanted. Um, yeah. Why would I end? I'm here for some bands. I'm not being negative, you son of a bitch. Joking, I love you. I'm happy to stay. I'm literally just not even talking, so I don't know how to edit this photo. I need some inspiration. I need some inspiration. These are my SEMA presets. Whatever, mate. You had trouble fitting them, you wouldn't know how to remove them. Let's try adaptive. Oh, that's kind of cool. Subject VCR. Whoa. Wait, how is it on those edges? Creators that inspire me. This sounds stupid because I have his presets, but North Borders, his photos are incredible, and there is he does help me a lot with composition and framing. I just get inspired by everyone. I've been inspired by Tim, Lafika in the past, like the Ramsden Media's definitely done some stuff like I think inspiration comes from anywhere, and like you can look at a photo and think, oh yeah, I can take that little piece and make it my own without copying it. That's basically what creativity is, right? Is I'm not going out to take a copy of someone's photo, but I'm like, oh, that's a really good technique or a really good idea that you can do. Yeah, I am a big fan of Northboard. There's a few on my Instagram as well that I'm big fans of. I need to actually go through and like do a video or something on my Cinematic 2. See, none of these. Retro. What's Auto Plus? I don't know what that means. Portraits, edgy. What a strange term. Man, Wanneroo Raceway in the wet is not a good looking track, is it? Look at it. Dear. Actually, kind of like the. How have they done the? How have they done that? Does that make? How have they? It's like a real. Look at that curve. This is what I mean about inspiration. I would never try that. Look at the hues as well. That's crazy. Have they done any color grading? Yeah, see? Highlights have gone a bit green and And that's how you get like the... Interesting. Looks like a dream. That's crazy, like it picks up. That's so cool how it does that. So clever. So clever. I think it's the clarity. I think it's the combination of the clarity and contrast. So let's do contrast. Make it a little bit more matte, and then clarity down, dehaze, and then blacks. Need to be down a bit. Saturation, and then go crazy with that tone curve. Wow, that's crazy. I don't know about this photo. I'm just really not happy with it. Just really not happy with it. How have they got that glow? They've just knocked the clarity down but haven't touched the dehaze. That's very interesting. Oh, blending 100, far out. Sharpening. Oh, maybe they've removed... I don't think that's default sharpening. Yeah, it's not. Ah, interesting. Interesting. Doing blending when nothing's actually changed is kind of pointless, really, isn't it? There must be the hues that they've been oh god, that looks awful. I need to reset this. Looks shit. Looks trash. Looks absolutely trash. Oh, Jesus. Wish there was a way to reset everything. How do I reset everything? Alright. Everything's reset. So that's as the photo came out the camera. So these are my SEMA presets that can sometimes work. Make it sunny. That is not Cyberpunk. I don't know why I've named it that. See, the Collie main track one could actually work. Oh, difficult. I give up. I give up. I've lost my creativity. That's it for today. I don't know. I'm not gonna say hope you enjoyed it because that was such a shit stream. Ah, jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Yeah, you know how it is. I need like a rim light. Separates, it has to go like behind you a little bit up here. Separates my hair from the background. Mate, I got heating. Just up there is my heater. It's beautiful. BEA Audible. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. Watching me just chat shit for almost 2 hours. And achieve essentially nothing. Yeah. Fuck's sake, Harry. Just had to get it in there, didn't ya? Alright, peace out, everyone. Thanks for watching as always. Hopefully at some point these become successful. Who knows? See you on End Drive. Peace out. Love you all. Remember, be kind.